One of the hardest decisions to make voluntarily is to decide to go and have an HIV test. Believe you me, even if you have had a sexual encounter, something inside you always tells you, what if things go wrong? However, we also want to find out, what do people go through when they are going for testing? Why should people go for testing? And why counseling is very important after testing.
My name is Erina Chomokama. I work as a counselor coordinator. Here at Muju, we offer counseling services. So we do counseling, we do pre-test, risk reduction counseling, post-test counseling, adherence counseling, and many others. So on a pre-test counseling, when a couple or an individual comes for HIV testing, we first prepare them for testing to make sure that they are ready to test. So we provide them with pre-test counseling. We build, as a counselor, we first build rapport. We ensure confidentiality. We build that trust so that the client is really confident and comfortable to do HIV testing. We discuss the possible results in pre-test counseling and their implications. Then we assess their readiness to have HIV test. So after that, then they are taken to the lab for blood draws. As when they come back, we continue reviewing what we discussed in pre-test counseling as we prepare them to receive the results. So when the results are ready, then we provide post-test counseling. In post-test counseling, we review what we discussed in pre-test counseling to see if participant still remembers what we discussed. We talk about the results, possible results. We explain the meaning of different results, positive, negative. If you are negative, what does it mean? If you are positive, what does it mean? What are you going to do in case you are negative? What do you expect? Why do you expect? If maybe a client says, I expect negative results, then you find out why does she expect negative results. You discuss more about it, but if it is positive, what are you planning to do? We discuss all those things, and then we give information. In case you are positive, you can do this and this. In case you are negative, you can do this and this. So then we give results. If they are negative results, we explain, because negative results does not mean that you may be negative. It could be true that you are negative, or it could be that you are in a window period, but the virus cannot be detected. So we usually encourage them to test after like 1 month, at least 2 times. If they are, and we provide information on how they can protect themselves. Because being negative does not mean that you remain negative forever if you don't protect yourself. So if they are positive, we also counsel them about the treatment, the meaning of positive results, what they can do, the treatment. We discuss different health centers where they can get treatment. Then we give them a chance to choose where they want to get treatment if they are ready. Some people, you find that they are still in denial and they are not ready to start on treatment. So we give them time, but we continue following them up. In HIV, stigma is there, and it is really affecting people living with HIV, especially with adherence. Those people, it is mainly newly tested clients. Of course, we have even people who have been on ART for a long time, and you find they also have stigma, but mainly it is common among newly tested clients. So when you do assessment and you find really someone has stigma, it may be self-stigma or stigma from the community, then we counsel them. We provide counseling session. In case the client doesn't change, then we also involve we call them senior clients, people who have been living with HIV for a long time and they are living a positive life. They have accepted their status, they have disclosed to the community, and they are okay, they are taking their drugs. So we usually bring such people to share their experience. And in most cases, after hearing such experiences, they change, and it has really worked. Young people who have stigma usually isolate themselves. Like those who have been going to school, they can decide even not to go to school. They don't want to pray with others. Every time you see, they are sad. So when we bring their peers who are also HIV positive, they share their experiences, how they have gone through stigma, then these people really try to cope up and accept the status. So, discordant couple is a couple that has been in a sexual relationship for a long time. It may also be a short time. So when they go for HIV testing, one tests negative and another one tests positive. They have been sexually active for some time, but one is negative and another one is positive. I know in the community some people don't believe it, but that's the reality. We have discordant couples around us, and I know many people have questions. How does it happen? How can that happen? Of course, people cannot accept that they cheated in the presence of their partners. They say, how did it happen? Maybe you have given us wrong results. But we take our time to explain. Even in pre-test counseling, we do that. But of course, when the results are not yet there, they will tell you, I'm ready for anything. And they will show you that really they have understood. They know what is likely to happen. But when the results are there, they are like, no, this one cannot happen. You've given us wrong results. But as counselors, we have to calm down. We take our time to counsel them until they understand. And we usually encourage a negative pattern to continue testing, because you may find maybe is still in window period. People really who are newly tested, the adherence is not good. When they start on treatment, it is not easy because of side effects. Then some people will tell you because of pill burden, they are not used to taking drugs every day. So adherence may not be easy. Even stigma, they have not disclosed. Like if you find someone is married at home, the partner is not aware of her HIV status, so they try to hide, and you find adherence is not really good. With ongoing counseling, so far we have seen an improvement. As I told you, at first it is not easy, but we continue with ongoing counseling. That's why adherence counseling in art is very important. Someone cannot be on art without counseling. They will not adhere. But with counseling, it really helps them to improve. And even those people who have been on art for a long time, sometimes they have challenges. Some will tell you, I don't have money to come for my drugs. Others will tell you, I didn't have food, so I did not take my drugs. Such challenges really make them to default from taking their drugs. So we, of course, even as counselors, we cannot really provide food. We don't provide money. When someone tells you, I cannot take my drugs without food, you have nothing to do. But we try our best to provide counseling and see, maybe we give information on income generating activities, on how they can maybe get some small money for food to make sure that they really take their drugs. Most people usually ask for, how long will I take these drugs? Of course, we know it's for life, but they reach time and they're like, we are tired of these drugs. For how long? will I continue taking these drugs? Then some like women will ask you, is it possible for me to produce a negative child? Of course, you know, people have many misconceptions about HIV. They know when they get it, that's all, they are going to die. But we encourage them that with good adherence, they can live a long life. And others will tell you, like after getting positive results, they will ask you, how did I get HIV? For discordant couples, they want to know whether the negative pattern will remain negative forever. And we encourage them to take precautions, like to continue using condoms, for a positive person to start on ART. Even we encourage a negative person, if it is possible, to start on PrEP. PrEP is pre-exposure prophylaxis. Those are the ARVs you can take when you are negative, so that even if you have sexual intercourse with a positive person, you won't get HIV. So we encourage them to get PrEP. Those ARVs are available in health centers, so we encourage them to get them. Then we also encourage them to do behavior change. If maybe the negative pattern has multiple sexual partners, they can reduce.